over you and the team that respond emotionally to a night where really seem to give high effort and end up losing the game anyway?
There's a lot of positive you can take from it. Just in my experience, you try to find ways to be able to not let this deter you. Because sometimes you can play well and still lose games. So you can just try to keep your head up and stay positive and get ready for Tuesday.
Is there anything that you take away that now you guys will have basically this group, or we'll see for the next short term at least?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to, obviously we doing things on the fly, trying to figure out how to play with the lineups we have and the people we have available. New guys stepping in that hasn't been here, so we got to do what we can. And that's it. And just go out and play hard and then let the rest take care of itself.
Okay.
Russ, you guys have gotten accustomed to having to deal with different lineups. You guys are going in and out, but what's it like for a player to have a different head coach?
I mean, this year has been a lot of different things, especially for our team. But Fizz is a head coach in this league before. He understands and did a great job tonight. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get the win.
Dan?
Russ, Fizz was in here telling us that he thought that when things were going well in the third quarter, or the second quarter and the third quarter, that ball movement was key and it was really everybody getting involved. But when a guy like AD goes down, how much of it falls on a player like yourself and a player like LeBron to simply just do more?
I mean, instinctively, that's what you tell yourself, but also you got to read the game. Because the game will tell you always what to do, whether that's scoring more, passing more, rebounding more, whatever that may be. But AD obviously is a huge part of our team, and we got to figure out how to play without him, for some time. So something we got to adjust to, and something we can figure out.
Real quickly, when teams put together multiple stars, obviously it's to have them play together. But do you feel like part of it is to equip a team for a situation like this when you might go 4 weeks without somebody, that you still have enough star power?
I'm not sure. I'm not, I'm pretty sure when GMs are, they have those conversations, and that's probably something they think about. But me personally, I just come to work and do my job, and you got to play the cards you dealt, regardless if people are in or out, injured or not. We got to figure out a way to be able to do it. AD, we'll be back, and we want him to get back healthy so we can have our full team. But until then, we got to hold it down.
What was your reaction to hearing that AD's out for 4 weeks? I mean, it sounded like AD was relieved it wasn't worse, but obviously, it's a big hole for the next month.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. Anytime you see somebody go down, they got to miss some time, especially from a game that they love to play. It's tough. I've been there and I understand just the emotional state. Just try to keep uplifting him, staying positive, talking to him, making sure that he, try to win each day so he can get back healthy.
Any more questions for Russ? Thank you, Russ.
Bounds, he has 6 assists. Carmelo with 21 and 5. Russ 29 and 8. But DeMar DeRozan steals the day with 38 points and 6 assists. Lonzo with another great game. He had 19 and 4. And Alex Caruso, a big game as well. He was 3 of 5 from 3 with 17 points. Let's hear from the Lakers' acting head coach, David Fizdale. He's speaking with Mike and the media.
Coach, just wondered your kind of bigger picture takeaways from the game, and it seemed like they really competed hard, and how tough it was to end up losing in that fashion.
Yeah, I mean, we came into it understanding these are not normal circumstances, and everybody wrapped their mind around that coming into the game. You had a backup coach. We had a G League guy out there, a couple G League guys playing for us, but the thing about this team's character is that it's a next man up mentality, and they really brought the effort and the collective team energy.
What did you see in the fourth quarter with DeRozan? What were you trying to do with him?
We tried to trap him, get the ball out of his hands for a while. He did a good job of getting off of it to Vucevic, creating some situations there. Last 2 minutes, we ended up bringing in our defensive lineup. We did some switching. In both groups, what really hurt us was the offensive rebounding. Not coming up with that defensive rebound when we needed it was really killer.
Were you looking for what were you looking for in terms of foul wise when up 1 with the 16 seconds?
Well, them up 1, as I looked at the clock. I'm looking at that gray area of time, right? Like, do I have enough time to get a shot on the back end of this if they run it all the way down? Or do I just take the foul now and live with if he makes both or misses one? And now we got a lot more time to execute on the back end. It ended up, obviously, he made both of them, but we still got 2 really great looks from 3 to tie the game. Guys executed down the stretch, and, you know, they just didn't fall. But, you know, as a coach, you always kick yourself. Should I, shouldn't I? But it's that 5 seconds, you know, the way we was rebounding. What if we let them run it out and now they get another tip-out, game over? I don't know. That's all hypothetical. It didn't work out. That's what happened.
Is preceding the 2 looks from Melo and Wayne from 3, there was the Russ ISO on Vucevic and the left-handed layup attempt. What do you make of that possession?
You know, once we saw with Russ, they switched Vucevic on to Russ, because I was sitting there, I was going to maybe call a timeout, just depending on what transpired. And when I saw Russ on Vucevic, I said, this is probably going to be as good as it gets at the rim, and he really did a nice job of attacking. Got to his left hand on the other side of the rim, and it just didn't fall through. But, you know, at that point, you know, again, that's one of those, you know, you as a coach, you say, do I call a timeout and maybe not get as good a shot as I would get or get that matchup, you know, as I would just letting it flow. You know, a lot of times, too, you know, you call a timeout and they can get the best defensive players on the floor. They start switching everything. You know, a lot of stuff goes through your head at that point. I like the look. I'll take Russ against their 5, against Vuce. They won that battle.
Dan?
I don't know how much of this you can take moving forward, just because who knows what'll be on the court on Tuesday. But as this team moves forward without AD, did you see things in the second quarter and in the third quarter, offensively, defensively, that maybe could be sustainable for stretches?
Yeah, because I think what the team really wrapped their mind around was how much we need to move the ball to be a good rhythm offensive basketball team. Because you don't have AD to book in 22 to 24, you know, maybe 30 on some nights. You can't book that. So you have to rely on the guy next to you to help you. Obviously, Russ and Bron can still go do it. Carmelo against certain matchups can still go do it. But the ball movement I was really happy with, and I thought that they really bought into that as a key to our game.
Lakers' next game is Tuesday at home against the Phoenix Suns. Game time's at 7 on TNT. We'll get you ready with Access Sports and Lakers at 6. Then come back here after the game for all your Laker post-game interviews. Much more ahead. DeMar DeRozan couldn't miss tonight against the Lakers.